Hello everyone, welcome to the Alta Gamers The Sims 4 build-off stream. Yay!
Exciting. So maybe, do you want to start introducing yourself maybe?
My name is Imre. I'm here to judge gardens and landscaping because I'm not an architect or anything. I just like plants.
So I'm Helena and I'm a graduated architect from Aalto University and currently working as an architect at our sponsor Granlund. Yay! And I'll be focusing on the architectural form when we judge.
And I'm Lilo. I'm a design master student, and I'll mostly be focusing on storytelling. So loving The Sims and whatever else you want to do for fun. So I'm excited to see what you guys are going to show us.
Yeah, so next we're gonna start with just jump straight into presenting the builds. So first up, we have Kai, I believe.
Yes. Yes, so this is my wonderful little whimsical pink Barbie house. It's very sustainable. There's a lot of plants. The owner is a gardener. She has made a beautiful little natural pond here. She's got a little barbecue area for grills with her family. She likes the color pink, so she made sure to purchase
Kai?
a lot with a lot of
It
sakura trees.
froze for a second, so we don't see your screen right now.
Uh-oh, do you see it
Yeah,
now?
oh, it's back. Oh, good.
Okay.
Yes.
Yes. So, she's got little wildlife here. She's got a log if she wants to go find frogs. Um, she's got a cow plant here. Ignore the ghost for a second. So, when you go in her house, in here, it's also very pink. It reflects her personality. She lives here with her teenage daughter, Mirelle. So this is her daughter's room. She's a influencer, so she's got her little laptop, her mirror, all the good stuff that a teenager needs. Since only two women live in this house, there's a lot of shoes, so I made sure to include something in the entrance here. In the cooking and in the kitchen, she's got like a very antique sort of style. She thrifted the chairs and painted them herself. Yeah, then you head upstairs. Wait, I'll continue downstairs actually. Yeah, the daughter has her own bathroom, ensuite. She loves skincare, so she's got a ton of stuff. Little gardening greenhouse room. It's an addition to the house. And then upstairs, it's sort of the mum's space. It's she's got her office here, she's got her bedroom, where she keeps all the essentials like her clothes and her baseball bat. Then here's her little self-care jacuzzi spa bathroom. And you got the terrace where she can spend some time with her daughter, relaxing in the sun. That's kind of it for the build. I don't know if you guys want to see more.
No, love it. What theme did you choose?
I guess it's the sustainable theme.
Great. And for those who don't know, the themes that we have is sustainable. I think the other one were student life and whatever you want to do. And then the last one was the apocalypse shelter or bunker. Yeah.
Yeah, I don't think this will stand up to an apocalypse. Well, you could kind of argue that it's post-apocalyptic. There's grass on the roof, all that.
All right, should we start the judging like looking at this screen or because yeah, I think so. Okay, so for the architectural form, I like that there's a lot of layers. There's 2 floors and it's a 3-dimensional box. Especially right here, you've paid special attention to the curved roofs that kind of extrude from the wall. That's very nice. I see a window kind of like tucked in there. That's cute as well.
Oops. That was not intentional.
Very characteristic are those glass roof, almost like Tinkerbell hats. Yeah, and the overall pink and white balance is great. I do like the curved, like in Sims, you can kind of curve the roof a little bit instead of it kind of being straight. So that's a cute um, design detail. Yeah. So next, maybe Imre with the.
Yeah, big fan of the usage of greenery. Lots of different kinds of trees and bushes, not just the same thing spammed together. So looks very intentional, very well done. I like the two ponds and how there's animals swimming in them. I tried to do animals and I couldn't figure it out. So you are smarter than me. Uh, yeah, it's a nice water texture. I like the lilies. Very, very beautiful usage of greenery here. It doesn't detract from the build in any way as well. Like on the roofs, it doesn't make it look ugly. It adds some real value. So I think I'll give this a 5 on the greenery scale.
Yeah, and when it comes to storytelling, I first want to applaud your detailing. That takes a lot of time and effort, and even like things in corners and actually being able to figure that out takes a lot of time. And I think it's incredible how much you got done. But also, yeah, specifically the fans, using the Sims shaped fan, like all of that, really, really wonderful. And you really thought out the lives of the people living there, like them using like self-painted items, and everything's a little worn out in the best way possible. So very well done.
Just lastly, in terms of the topic of sustainability, which you chose, would you like to give a little bit more comment on where the sustainability is most
I'd say it's probably in the she grows a lot of things. She tries to have biodiversity in her garden. You know, there's frogs and strange green lights. These flying ducks here. And she tries to like thrift items. I try to like get that represented with these, this is like an old suitcase that's been redone sort of vibe. It's a bit difficult with just a base game to get the sustainable theme
Definitely, yeah.
across because there's no like solar panels or anything. So I try to do my best to get this is like a mishmash of frames, this weird trolley. It's just like a lot of upcycled items in my head.
Yeah, great. I definitely agree, especially on the interior part of the house. So yeah, thank you so much. And then we need to turn the camera to the judges, so we'll give you a nice little number.
Okay.
Okay, dramatic reveal. So
Are
are the
you
judges ready?
Yeah. 3, 2, 1. So very, very high score.
Very high score. Shall we introduce our scores a little bit?
Yeah.
In my opinion, there was nothing you could have done better there. I really appreciated the birds. I did not know you could do that, so just blew me away really with the levels of detail and game knowledge used to demonstrate a sustainable future where even it's might be a little bit of a post-apocalyptic theme, but there's still some animals and the grass is still growing even on the roof. So very green, very diverse, very landscape looking. I like it.
Yeah, it was a very detailed house. I very much like it. The reason why I didn't give a 5 is because in the architectural structure, you kind of put a lot of detail into the landscaping and the interior, but actually structure-wise, we didn't hear like what is the actual house walls made of, and very strict scoring.
Let's see. Yeah, and with detailing, like you went above and beyond, and honestly, nothing more to say about that. Just perfection.
Thank you, Kai. So now we'll wait a little bit to see who's next.
Petra, are you maybe here and ready to go? Okay, we're seeing
Okay,
something
right.
apocalyptic, I think.
Yeah. So this is my apocalypse hideout. Here's a little house, and then we have a trailer where you can hide also your friend. It's a little bit small and maybe not the modernest, but makes makes it works, and you can use that to sleep a couple nights there. Then we have the um, house. It's made on stone, and then the upstairs are made in wood. uh, the sign says that you should probably be out of here, so maybe it's not the greatest idea to get inside, but here's the house. It's a little bit big, but looks like this. It's a little bit repaired, so it looks more modern than the outside or like the environment on the house. And here's the upstairs. It has the one bedroom for Sim living here and a small toilet. And here's Sim's like a little room that he or she can make work and or do works, stuff like that. And then there is a little toilet also. Then there is a secret, or this just a normal bookshelf, but it's really a door, and it has like stairs down, and here's like scientific laboratory that you can use to prepare yourself to end of the world. It has the I don't know, microscopic, and you have your bag of money just in case something bad happens, and little bit some scientific stuff, your first model of your way to escape in miniature like mode, and some other stuff what help you prepare the apocalypse. Looks like this, and then let's look the outside. So the house and the environment is a little bit overgrown. It has a lot of plants with that has taken over the plot. And then there is also a like pool, which water has turned green, maybe because the apocalypse, and someone has not cleaned this a very long time. It has wood on there and stuff on there. Then there is a little toilet, which is a little bit broken, but maybe you can use that too. And in here you have space for like rocket ship. It's not built now, so maybe the sim who lives here needs to start building that just in case the world is collapsing and someone is coming to this town and it's not safe to live in here. But it looks like this in like the whole project. Little rundown, but yeah, this is it.
Looks very impressive. Maybe I can start with the talking because I think there's a lot of story here that you're telling that is really nice to see. I have a question. The outhouse, is that from the base game?
Yeah, it is. It's from debug, but it's like game event probably, but it's in base game stuff.
No, just wanted to double check. But
Yeah.
looks really wonderful. I think, the story, the hidden bookcase, really thinking about walking in there, going through, that's really, really wonderful. I think the having a friend there, I mean, I'm not sure how safe that one is compared to this very bunkery safe space, but very good. Very well thought out and looks really interesting.
Thank you.
Okay, great. I really liked how you mentioned that the materials of the building are stone and wood. The first floor seems to be very, hard to, break. Even if zombies came knocking on your door, at least the walls are made of stone. One thing about the architecture is that, like the plan on the lower floor is very, very open. I'm wondering how structurally that would hold up, but maybe there's been some interior renovations.
Yeah, I think so.
And I like the secondary house, which kind of looks like a modified maybe trailer or something. I kind of very much like this one, and I can in terms of decorations, I can feel that you've spent a long time scrolling the debug menu, because there's a lot of great items on show.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Edit objects, some stuff. You really went deep in there. So really impressive.
A huge fan of the use of greenery here. Again, feels very intentional. I love the little details of it. Like, you have some flower patches where it's a little shady. Like in corners, you have little houseplants tucked and so on. On the roof as well, the overgrowth is very nice. I think that's how it would look if it happened normally. Like, over time, the seeds blow and so on, and then deposit on the roof with some dirt. I like the cacti because it's a sandy terrain, so we made sure to include some. There is one thing I do not like, which is, I believe on the first floor there is a houseplant in a corner of a room that has no windows, which should be criminal in my opinion. That's plant torture, but we'll have to see how that factors into your final score. Thank you.
I'm sorry about that.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, so now we're gonna think about our scores. Ready?
Yeah.
Yay!
Yes, I can tell why 5. The storytelling was so well pulled out. There was nothing you could add there, and absolutely you could see someone living there, and that's wonderful.
Yeah, again, a very high score of a 4. In architecture school, we always reserve the 5s for the miracles. So, but I really like the build. It's very realistic, and I gave special points for the trailer house and a tiny little smidge from the very large living room. But still, very high score. Impressive. Thank you.
In my opinion, would have been a 5 without the houseplant forced to live without sunlight. That really struck some pain into my heart. But the rest of it was absolutely beautiful, so you shouldn't feel insulted by this. Just take better care of the plants next time.
Okay, now the next person is the,
And actually, okay, next one we're gonna show from the gallery. And just one thing I remembered is that the winner will be chosen by our votes, but also the audience votes. So that our judging does not decide everything. I just wanted to mention. Our tech team is cooking.
In the meantime, if anyone is interested, what these are from, these are the Sims 2 emotions, or lack of it, because Sims 4 is the first one with emotions. But these are fun little whims you can do, things your Sim wants to do or doesn't want to do. If you want to look them up and see what they actually mean, you can. There's some fun story here, especially this one. Indeed. No hoo-hoo.
And fun fact, this is actually, I believe, All the Gamers' first Sims event. So humble beginnings, but hopefully we grow bigger and better. And special props for Otto for making our little plum bobs for today.
I made those, but
I'm
this
sorry.
plum bob is a
This
new
was
one.
made for, yeah,
Yes.
made by yours truly.
I made that.
Yes.
Yeah, the trophy was made by Imre here.
Yes, my 3D printer has been screaming. Not a nice shape.
Today Imre was saying something about plastic fumes.
Not very sustainable actually, because had to print it in my apartment, so it was breathing the fumes all day. But if I had some houseplants in the corner of my room and it had no windows, then they could help clean the air. Some food for thought. The winner gets the trophy, by the way. Like we're not keeping it. Woo, prize pool.
Yes. And you guys can keep the plum bobs. Welcome. Highly useful Halloween gear.
Did you actually have some kind of like sizing guide for the...
For the heads. So yeah, they're really tiny, by the way. This was because my 3D printer is quite tiny. But the tinier, the easier it will stay. But we cannot move our heads yes and no. We can only say like this. We can say no, but no yes, because yes.
Yeah, yes means it'll turn into unicorns.
Fair enough.
So actually we all... Oh,
We are seeing some stuff. Okay. I am guessing this is apocalyptic theme. Yeah, okay. Yeah, it's called the Apocalypse Hideout. Perfect. Interesting roofing. What are we seeing? I don't know. Okay. Person who's maneuvering the camera, please move it slightly to the side so we can actually start seeing what is going on. Is that an outhouse? Maybe zoom in a bit.
Tech team, can we zoom out, please? So we can see an overview with the mouse wheel, I recommend.
Okay, click on the rolling thing. Just actually click on that.
Middle
Maybe.
mouse down. Click the middle mouse button, the scroll wheel, and
Yeah,
then you
and
can
then you
move
can-
the mouse to drag around.
Right, okay. I'm
I
gonna
believe
go.
in you.
Are you guys seeing a different thing than I am? Okay. Wait.
all right. Just a little technical difficulty here.
Yeah, sorry, technical difficulty. I wonder it was a bit hard for you guys to see anything. I was seeing completely different things.
Now that looks a lot better.
looks like it was a build for a smaller lot, so don't worry about that. Let's keep that in mind. I think it's the lot itself is slightly too big. We are not seeing the screen currently, but hopefully soon.
The top right
I
corner.
think
there's-
let's do it a bit differently. If you can help, I will be looking at the camera, and then they will be giving.
Get some camera maneuverage
we're
helper.
replacing the camera controller here with someone who understands the intricacies of the wonderful Sims game engine.
We want to make sure that the builder of this house gets their house rightfully showcased. Could you maybe click on G so... Thanks. Okay, yeah, it looks like here we have a road for a car. And here on the left, I can already see a little cubbyhole, an entrance into an underground apocalyptic hideout. But first, let's look at the big picture. So this building on the left here. Let's see what's inside. Oh, so it's a shed, I believe, maybe. Shed for a car or something.
Great use of flowers outside. I see some of them are clipping through the wall into the shed. I don't think that's intentional, but no worries about that. We have a nice little pond out here.
Very beautiful grove.
Great landscaping. I like the reeds, the ones with the little flowers on them. Also, do not know how you found those in the assets menu, so congratulations.
It almost looks like the car has been driven down the road and crashed into the tree. I very much like that detail with the paint.
I would almost even call this scene like American, kind of the like apocalypse bunker and like overgrowth, but also the pickup truck crash into the tree. Kind of reminds me of my roots. This is almost a heartwarming scene for me, though apocalyptic it may be.
Yeah, I very much like the use of terrain tools as well. Gives it a lot of depth, and we get to see different levels of buildings.
Little questionable on the side here regarding the terrain, but still adds some good detail. Maybe it's the lot size, why it's so steep on the side. Okay, it's steep because of the shape of the lot. We've had confirmation from our selected board of judges.
All right, I'm really interested to see what's going on here underground. So you come in from the door and you enter a dark room. Great. We have carpets, rugs kind of thrown around on the metal flooring. Funny little human figure on the wall here.
I think we have another case of plant abuse, unfortunately, on the left there. There's a house plant on the wall in the underground bunker. Not sure how that's getting sunlight, I'm going to be honest. Kind of painful.
Okay, but judging just based on this being a bunker, it actually is quite comfortable and quite luxurious even. We have a little cocktail lamp and a computer with another secret room with a very, very tight secret entrance. And in this room is a desk. Oh, it's a radio thing where you listen for signals on a radio.
Maybe the use of plants underground isn't so bad. It adds some nice coziness almost to the space here. Doesn't feel so lifeless without them.
Oh, that is an adorable detail. Since it's underground, there's a fake window with a curtain with a painting. I really love that kind of detail. It's very creative. Is there a toilet? Can we see the toilet? Okay. I really like the use of the black and yellow tape, and all the corrugated metal on the flooring must be terrible on your bare feet.
But there's a rug, so it's nice and comfortable. It's a green rug, and plants are green, so that's plus 0.1 plant points in my book.
Seems very secure with the brick walling. Not sure about the security of the... What is that? It's a painting. A sea corn. Sea unicorn. Wow. So this is a one-person living space, we think.
Oh, there's
Oh,
an
there's a-
open roof. Okay, so I retract all previous statements. It's actually an excellent use of plants then. There's some sunlight allowed in. Is it a sliding roof maybe? Opens and closes?
Yeah, that must be it, because there's actually no... I don't see a glass here, so it must be some kind of opening.
Otherwise it would rain on your bed. Which, I mean, I wouldn't mind, but would grow mold over time.
I actually really love the detail of that fallen tree there, with the tree stump and the fallen tree like separate items. Very
And I like how
amazing.
There's the moss in the middle of the road. I don't know if the game does that or if that's an intentional choice, but how it lines up with where the tire tracks would wear down the gravel over time.
Yeah,
I
that
think that's
you
nice.
need to make that yourself.
Yeah, that's very well done.
And this shed, it's empty. I wonder if they used to live here before, but they had to relocate to underground.
A nice piece of storytelling, maybe.
Yeah, the hill is very nice. I enjoy the terraforming. Okay, great. Maybe our judge can come back from the camera maneuvering and give her comments as well.
Yes, storytelling, as I already said, is incredible. You can see someone went up the driveway and ran in. Overall, looks incredible. A lot of thought into the detailing, from indeed the little curtains inside and everything well thought out, and even a toilet paper holder, which is often forgotten in The Sims. So very much appreciate that. A lot of detail, and yeah, very cool. Shall we?
Let's give our points.
I have all of my numbers.
Are we ready? 3, 2, 1.
Oh my god.
Wow. Oh,
Okay. Oh, no. Shoot. Sorry. I am so sorry. The red, I don't know. It's stuck. It was supposed to be this one. I am so sorry. 555, not 1 and 2 5s. Incredible build. A lot of storytelling. Tried everything you could do. And I just, insane. I've given only 5s now. So I'm so sorry for the next person or how far we go. But I think there's so much well thought. And I'm really, really proud of seeing how much you've done in so little time. It's incredible.
yeah. It was a great build. Personally, I really enjoy the differences in terrain. Sorry, my plumb bob. And the car detail that it's like crashed into the tree, and using like different parts to make up a fallen tree was great. but although I am judging the architectural form the most, I did like how the entrance had like 2 layers. So it was like an arch, and then you had a door. And there was some interesting door choices inside. For example, having a really diagonal entrance to the secret room. Maybe the door there could have been actually the other way around, so that the secret bookshelf side would have been on the front. But then again, it might have messed up the door's opening direction. So I trust your judgment on that one. And actually, the roof idea, that the roof kind of opens, or the ceiling. We're not sure if we got that correctly, but I assume that we did, and it's great that you tried to make something that's actually not possible to make in The Sims, but you kind of still got the idea through, so I really like that. Thank you.
Yeah, I'm a huge fan of the use of greenery. It all feels very intentional, also very natural. It's how those plants would be in nature, like around the pond. The flowering ones would usually be in the shade, not direct sun, and so on. No abused plants found in this build, which is fantastic to see. So really can't deduct any points here. Great usage of trees, and the moss on the tire tracks going up the hill was what really sold it for me. And then it's a great point of detail a lot of people would have missed. Just throw down the gravel and move on. But I think that shows that you're paying attention to the detail with the greenery. So appreciate that very much. Thank you.
Thank you. And next we'll have another work from who? Okay. Another gallery work? Okay. We'll wait for the stream to start.
So maybe in the meantime, we can start telling some random Sims facts. I don't know. I have a lot of those, and I don't know if anyone wants to hear them, but we need to cover some time. So here we go.
Let's go.
Okay. Did you know that when The Sims wasn't even out yet, it was already very progressive? Before it was allowed to have gay marriage, The Sims were already kissing.
Wow.
So, a little bit of a story on how The Sims became so popular. It was a lot of lesbian love. So, during a demo at a big streaming conference, The Sims actually had a booth, and The Sims autonomously started making out because they'd never coded in that you could only like one gender. Was this a mistake? Was this intentional? They will never know, but it was so popular because there was 2 Sims kissing that were of a similar gender in a time where that was not legal, or gay marriage was not legal yet, and in a lot of places, generally, there was a lot of rules about it. So that became a staple of The Sims history of being very progressive, and it was also a big reason it got so much love in the beginning, because it got a lot of attention. So yeah, a cool Sims fact for you there.
Wow, definitely didn't know that, but that's amazing.
Other random Sims facts is the financial system making no sense, the cost of certain things. There's no way of figuring out how much a simoleon is. The language, susu, is an interesting word, but also some other weird facts. Yeah, there's a new thing called moolah, which we hate moolah. Don't buy moolah. If you know what it is, don't do it. Don't. Support the free creators.
And actually, it took a lot of years in The Sims 4 to get curved walls and curved windows.
Yeah. Yeah, there's curved walls. Are you ready?
Okay, great. Yeah, we hear you. Let's go.
Can you see anything? I don't know if you can.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So, I took what was the category? Student experience or something. So I envisioned what I think Smökki should look like in the future. If it was made by a better architect than Alvar Aalto. And so here you can see that Smökki clearly lacks some space. So I've added another floor, and I've also made the roof safe by having a little guardrail on it, because we all know Smökki's roof is not very safe. Other facts from the outside, you can see there's a little outhouse if you need some extra bathrooms. There's also a pool, obviously, because it would be way more cool to have a pool at Smökki. In addition, everyone knows students can be a bit childish sometimes, so there's a nice little playground they can blow off some steam at. Then at the top, you of course have a nice area where you can do some maybe outside sit some picnic, and there is enough grills for everyone as well as enough beer taps for everyone. And there's also a very fire-safe bonfire here. Then we can go on the second floor. Actually, maybe we'll start at the first floor. The first floor looks pretty similar to current Smökki. You have the tables, but I've also taken the liberty of adding some more beer taps here. So I think maybe there could be a few more there. Or I don't think there are any currently. I think this is a pretty adequate amount. Then in the second floor, I think there's a nice gaming room, so you could have a little LAN party at Smökki. And it does not have any lights, and that's by design, because obviously gamers want to stay in a dark, unlit room. Then there are there's a little exercise area. There's a few more bar taps, of course. You need to have some on every floor. And then finally there are some periscopes if you want to stalk the people who would be living in GMT6 there. So that's something you can do. You're bored. I think that's pretty much it.
Okay, so on the greenery side, the lot is surrounded by lots of trees, but I can't help but notice that you yourself have only implemented 3 trees here, and they're all the same tree, and they're all facing the same way, and they're on a grid, which makes me think you did this in about 10, maybe 15 seconds. So do you have any comments regarding your respect for nature and the inclusion of nature in architecture?
Do you think plants would survive if they were left in Smökki?
It's actually a very fair point.
I'm very doubtful they would survive, so it would be cruel to the plants to have them live at Smökki, so that's why I did not include many plants. And I maybe included a realistic amount of trees that are currently near Smökki. I think I think realistically we could do this in like 5 years or something, so you don't really have time to plant new trees, in that time.
That's fair enough. Did you do the hill building and terraforming yourself, or was it like that when you got there?
No, I did the hill myself.
Okay, so it's pretty good. I don't mind it. It's a little rough around the edges, but it looks like a hill to me, so that's good enough.
All right. So first of all, I like that you kept the Smökki entrance very recognizable, the doorway. I have a question about the elephant in the room, which is the giant blue bear on the roof. Do you want to comment on that?
No.
No.
No,
Okay,
no
that's a
comment.
choice.
That's great. So structurally, if we can see just the first and second floor quickly. So there's a lot of beer taps on the first floor and a lot of tables. Very good. I do remember that Smökki actually does have some pillars on the inside when you walk, so maybe pay a little bit more attention to those. But otherwise, very nice color scheme. And yeah, the stage is there as it should be. And then on the second floor, a lot of electrical wiring on the PC room. I'm wondering if you have like thought about how the structure will be built on top of the existing Smöki floor, because it currently only has one floor. And also very interesting choice of the carpet and glass materials. And
Point.
yeah, we heard that the point was to make it ugly.
Possibly.
Possibly.
It's
I do like the
futuristic
futuristic.
in some horrible future.
So how much in the future is this build?
What did I say? 5 years?
5 years. We gotta
Yeah.
start building right now. And great. I like the pool and safe railing on the ceiling, roof. I mean, thank you so much.
Yeah, the story is there. I mean, jumping off the roof into the swimming pool could even be an option that you might think about, but being held back. No, I think there are a lot of fun elements and a lot of joy. I do have some questions on how does one get onto the roof, or how does one get behind any of the bars? There's stairs. Okay, there is stairs. Or no, never mind. No, there's the stairs. Great. Yeah, no. If you go down, I was a bit curious on how does one get behind that bar? Where is it?
I think you just have to jump.
No, I see. There's a lot of jumping involved in this build, for sure. So there is a nice little historic preservation here, in the sense that there's no accessibility onto anything, which, I don't know if you know, but it's taken years for Smöki to get some ramps due to not being allowed to be renovated. So there is a bit of history out there. But I must say, a lot of thought put into the culture and history of the building, and yes, student culture is definitely represented in one way or another.
Yes, thank you.
Are we ready?
All right, I'm ready.
Yeah, me too.
3, 2, 1.
Okay.
Oh no!
Wow, that's very good.
That's there was improvement, that's for sure, but there was also a lot of love for student culture, and I think that's what saved you here.
I like that you wanted to renovate Smöki. I think as a structural idea, that's a really fun idea. And preserving something old and building new on top of it is a really sustainable topic in architecture. So to keep the history of Smöki going, it's very important.
I would have given you a 1, but the bear is really funny. I couldn't hold it in the entire time. So, like, as much as I have disdain for the misappropriation of nature in the building process, I think the bear is really funny. So you get it too. Thank you for your contribution.
Thank you. So what about the next?
You can control yourself, or and then just take the mic.
Close do I need to be, like?
Random Sims fact of the day. I have so many, but I put most of them in a Kahoot, and I don't want to spoil it for in case we do use that. Otherwise, you'll get a link. But did you know you can you can't marry the Grim Reaper, but you can have his babies? I know. And then if you get a child from that, the child will get a little thing in their neck showing that they are indeed Grimspawn. I know, crazy. Yeah. Other random Sims facts of the day could be that
this might not be a fact, but I remember in The Sims 2 for Nintendo DS, if you go to the graveyard with your sim and your sim happens to see a ghost on the graveyard, your sim will get scared, they will run home, and when you look at them, they will have red eyes and like a pale complexion, and their hair will turn white. So that really scared me as a child.
I have a really in-depth Sims fact as well. When you're building, you can hold shift and you can place multiple of the same object without having to reselect it in the build menu. This took a lot of time to discover because usually you have to click and then place the object and then grab the object again and then place it again. But if you want to place multiple of the same object, you can just hold shift and it's so much easier. Great Sims fact.
Should be in the tutorial.
yeah, the tutorial sucks for actual building, but there's a lot of cool stuff there. I think we are ready to go.
Can you see?
Yes, we can.
Right. So this is a very sustainable home for, basically for me. I'm a design graduate student from here. And so I'm like a designer slash artist, also a hobby musician. And I like plants also. So this is like a home for me, basically. And I guess we can look around. Maybe I will take this away for now. You can see the house is located on a little hill and it's a wooden house. There's a lot of plants.
Oh wait, we gotta turn the... What? Sorry, the volume of the game is a bit loud. We're gonna turn it down. It was very loud. Sorry for the stream.
All right, we can tour the backside. There's a little greenhouse where you can grow food, and right now there's a bamboo growing there, which is very sustainable because it grows very fast and like for resources. And you can see this little sunroom slash greenhouse attached to the house. And yeah, I guess we can go inside. Okay, so here you can see the porch, which has stuff on it. And if we go inside, you can see nice windows that let sunlight in. Oh, there's a nice little bird statue here, and also here. Because of animals. Animals are cool, and there's a whole wall of flowers on the entryway. Here, a little seating area, nice big windows. This house is basically like renovated, so it's not really like on the intended like form. Here's a little pillar. And if we go around the corner, there's the kitchen here. There is wooden stove, like these wooden countertops, a nice little dining area with big windows. And then if we go here on the other side, you can see this little plant sanctuary with all different kinds of plants with a lot of windows. Oh, and these tall bookshelves that I'm really proud of. They're full of books about plants and gardening and sustainable lifestyle. And here under the stairs is of course more plants where you can like grow your food, and it's a very short way to the kitchen, which is very convenient. And then we can go upstairs, and here you can see the half of the floor is like open, which provides much sunlight, and these renovated windows provide extra sunlight. And of course there has to be fake trees also, and these hanging flowers. And here on the second floor we have bathroom, which is very white, and there's a nice scenery window. You can look outside while sitting on a toilet, and this very nice rustic bathroom furniture. And if we go here past the bathroom, there's this little art corridor, nice big painting and an easel, and this very nice view from this kind of indoor balcony where you can watch out the windows and paint whatever you like. And here on the corner we have ladders which take us to this little room, which also has a lot of plants. And if we go from here, this is the best part of the house, renovated, like attic slash bedroom. Oh, what is this? Isn't working? Whatever. Okay. Here you can see there's a bedroom, a little desk, some flowers. I played a violin, so of course my violin is also here. And a telescope that you can look from the, what are these called? Big roof windows, skylights. And yeah, you can look at the stars while you fall asleep. And here, of course, you have the second little bathroom with nice little view also. It's very convenient for the bedroom, so you don't have to take the ladders downstairs. And of course a nice big rug for coziness. And here on the roof, this is like the crown of the house, basically. A little overgrown, but that's the point. And also these, like there used to be a balcony here, but then when this house was renovated, they took out the door and opened the floor here, and now it's just full of bushes basically. And here is like a garden hose and a little path that you can take to the greenhouse. And yeah. Oh, and this car is this old farmer's car, but then because it's very sustainable, the car is not used anymore, so it's just here. I think it looks nice. Yeah, I think that's it. Thank you.
Okay, thank you so much. I think there's a lot of thought in, especially the fact that it's your own dream home or dream eco home. So it looks very sustainable and very much like all of the plant work that takes a lot of time. And I must say the roof situation, how hard that is, it's you actually figured it out. I don't know how you did it, but you figured it out, and that is pretty insane. If you know, that's very hard to do. So that's very impressive. There are a couple of small things that I'm missing, such as, for example, how does one wash their hands in the toilet upstairs?
Yeah, well,
hygiene sector there,
yeah,
but
there was no room for that, so that's on me.
No worries. just quick questions of, but you know, everyone their thing. Yeah. So
But yeah, this is the main sink.
yes.
Great, thank you. When you were telling us about your house, I could really feel that you imagined yourself living here, and it's full of things that you like. And for example, imagining that you can look at the stars when you fall asleep, that's a very personal detail. One thing I'm missing is a railing on the staircase, actually. Like a handrail, I mean. And there props for the structural pole in the middle here. So architecture-wise, this house has many different windows. I'm just like imagining myself as the architect of this house, making a window diagram, and we have like window 4, window 5, window 6. I definitely like it. The plants on the inside, like the greenhouse room, is very large, as well as the kind of, I'm just wondering like how this would work in real life when you have like an opening arch to the plant room. Like, would it be hot? Would it be moist? I don't know. But actually, I do like the 2-floor structure where you have like an opening at the second floor, so you can see downstairs. That's a really fun thing that you made, and props for that. And, you know, making a 3-story building in this amount of time is a time crunch. There are some like awkwardness of the windows right here, but I think that's just probably the Sims' fault and not your fault. But yeah, overall, really impressive build for 2 hours. Thank you.
You.
I'm a huge fan of the greenery in this one. I'm a fellow plant enjoyer. I could see myself living here. Couple of things right out of the gate. Love the flowers outside. It's like it feels very intentional, like a garden. My mom had a flower garden in America before I moved here, and I remember how that looked at our old house. So that's very similar, and she would have done the same thing. So I like that a lot. I like the greenhouse in the back, and I like how there's a greenhouse and a sunroom separate, where you have like one for like functional plants, like growing bamboo. I don't know what you're doing with it, like eating it or selling it or something, but you have that separate from your like, here's my cactus in the corner that looks cool sunroom. So I like that these are like intentionally separated. It makes sense to me. And the use of trees, like along with the other foliage, makes sense. Indoors, all of the houseplants have access to sun. The ones under the stairs don't, but I don't think that matters because there's so many windows in this house. It barely has walls. I like the conversion of the little balcony to greenery. I see that a lot in buildings in real life. And I'm always like, yeah, that just looks 10 times better, because realistically, what are you doing on such a small balcony? Just put plants on it. It's so much better. The only thing I have to say is that I don't think there's that many plants in the bedroom, but honestly, with how many other plants you have, I don't think it matters. So fantastic. And again, I would love to live in this house as a plant enthusiast.
You. And yeah, the lack of plants here, it's like, it offers like a balance between all the plants on the other places of the house versus this attic room. And also the plants outside, they're like supposed to be like this natural estate meadow that also provides like sanctuary for wildlife, but it's also like it's like controlled chaos of natural plants, right?
Okay, let's get going.
Thank
Are
you.
we-
So the judges have selected their points. So let's show them 3, 2, 1. Yay, high score. Let's start from the left.
Yeah, that's just perfectly well done with the greenery, and I would buy this house if I had the money for it. So I mean, there's really nothing negative I can say about it, and I like how the bedroom missing plants is actually an intentional detail. Because I mean, if I had this many plants to tend to, maybe not having some in the bedroom would be nice. Like waking up in the morning and seeing, oh, I have to water this again. That would get annoying. So it makes sense why it's left out.
Yeah, I gave this a 4. It had better like structural thought, but I also kind of thought about the window placements and such, and actually like if you would like sit down on the sofa, you would actually be facing away from the windows, and I liked it very much, but I reserve my 5 for something even better. But I'm really touched by your personal imagination for your own house, so I really like that. Thank you.
Yeah, loved also the detailing of your personality, little window seal that you can put some stuff on. So there's a lot of thought into detail. The only reason I scored it down a bit is due to some small things missing, such as some wallpapers and these type of things. That there were a couple of small details, but overall it was very, very well thought out and very much a dream home in many ways. So well done.
Thank you. Okay.
Some entertaining thoughts. Well, as I don't think we will be doing a Kahoot, I'm gonna give you some random facts that you might want to know. A fun fact: if you stare for too long at a certain painting, a clown will come follow you, and you cannot get rid of him unless you do very specific actions. Some other fun facts: there are a lot of hidden lots in The Sims, such as a glade you can go through by being nice to a tree. Or, yes, nice to a tree. And also, being very good at handiness can get you into a very secret mine, which in some very weird mods, you'll be kidnapped to pay off your debts. Basemental, a very interesting mod situation. Generally, mods are very creepy in The Sims. There are some very weird ones. Also useful ones, like your Sims sitting down around a table. It's a good one. No. So weddings, a whole wonderful thing of not working things. Would be great if they sit down. They made a whole pack where you can make your Sims sit down, and the pack does not work, and they still do not sit down during the wedding. It's quite depressing. So you have not played The Sims for a very long time. Do you have any reasonings behind that?
I've always viewed The Sims as a spin-off of SimCity, which I know is backwards. But I'm a city builder enjoyer myself, so I played SimCity on my iPad and my tablet when I was a little kid. And then I became a member of the adult class, and now I play City Skylines, which is basically the same thing. But I never adventured to the Sims because it always felt like more of an artsy creative game rather than a management game. And I didn't know that The Sims 4 was like this, essentially an architectural software with like cute pastel graphics. So really enjoyed trying out the Sims today. Sims fun fact, I told you that you can hold shift. You can actually also rotate the camera up and down. You just have to change the camera mode you're in the top right corner of the settings menu. Because these brilliant devs have 5 camera modes in their game. And it's really makes no sense, and I don't know why they don't do it any other way, like where you could just move the mouse up and down and it just goes up and down, you know?
We don't question the Sims lords, aka the Sims gurus. They are under a lot of horrible things that Maxis is putting them through. Actually, not Maxis. They are Maxis. Maxis is great. EA is the issue. Horrible, horrible. Yeah, I know. Sorry. But just, you gotta know. Stop to buy. I think we are ready. Ari?
Okay, great. So when I started thinking about this challenge today, I thought like, okay, I have like 650 hours on The Sims 4, as any self-respecting architecture student does. And I've built so many residential houses. I actually wanted to build something that was more like commemorative of my like school memories and school world. So what I've created here is not so much a house or a building where someone lives, but this is what was most memorable for me at Aalto University. So if you look at this build, it's a little bit hard because some things are impossible to make in The Sims 4, such as the Amphi. So if you have walked around Aalto University campus, especially as an architecture student, you realize that this door over here is the Aalto A wing entrance. And over here in the front would be, for example, the talking box. And here is the very recognizable, extremely large tree in the Aalto University, like Alvarin Aukio. And this is the architecture wing of Aalto School. So here, if you look at this, it's a very recognizable kind of height difference green area with some benches. If you know this door, you know it's kind of random, like why is it there? But it is there in real life. And I tried my best to recreate the Alvar Aalto staircases as best as I could. So first, yeah, let's just... Another detail, I wanted to include is the moss, like plants growing on this wall over here. The interior was not my focus in this build, but I still tried to, do what matters. So you walk in, we have a classroom on the left, some toilets on the right, and this staircase right here. And if you, what was the button to do the live mode?
I don't know on this keyboard. I'm so sorry.
Okay, yeah. So if you walk through this hallway as an architecture student, you probably know this place. So this is the Aalto, this is called A Grid, I believe, and this always has some student artworks showcased here. So I wanted to, include that vibe, and especially, in Aalto University, which is designed by Alvar Aalto, the only place that he actually used a precious material such as marble is the A-wing. So yeah, that's the view I wanted to show from the inside. Oh. And let's get back outside. Over here, we have the local wildlife of Otaniemi. If you walked here, you know these guys. I only found ducks. Some of our builders found like live birds. Like, you guys are amazing. So then I wanted to just catch the vibe of walking up this staircase, which if you know, this staircase is when you walk up to the Amphi. It's kind of impossible to make in The Sims 4, but I used the new tool for curving the staircase here. And if you look from afar away, I think the silhouette is what matters. And this is the continuation of the Kandi Keskus, Kandi Center, and you walk here and you walk towards the metro. And I don't know about you guys, but for me personally, this is like a very kind of recognizable scenery, and I just wanted to recreate it for you guys. So maybe someone thinks like, yeah, actually that really looks like it. So if I have one person thinking that, then my goal here has been, yeah, it's been successful. Thank you.
Thank you so much. It looks, now, if you know, you know, being from design and having had my bachelor's here, the A-Grid is a memorable place for sure. I think it looks very interesting to see also the Tafa entrance, as it's also called. Yeah, I'm happy to see that. Also nice for me to see the look into your workplace. That for most students, they'll never get access to your workroom. And yeah, I think there's some interesting classrooms. And even though that like there's the third floor and these type of things that we're currently not seeing, but I think you can still recognize it very well. And I think your goal has been very much reached. So well done.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think it's very good as well. I'm not an architecture student or a design student of any kind, but I recognize where this was in real life, and I've only been here a few months, so huge props for that, because I barely recognize places on campus I've been to in real life sometimes. I always wondered what this like terrain difference place was there, like near where you come down from like the upper like metro-y area. It makes sense that that's the architecture area. I never noticed the weird door, but I'll look at it next time I walk through here. And yeah, I've like regarding the biodiversity, I've had encounters with the geese, native to Otaniemi. They are not pleasant. And I never noticed that the tree was big there, but maybe it is that big. Never stuck out to me. So yeah, good use of greenery. It replicates what the place is like in real life. So as far as I'm concerned, if that was your goal, you've done it correctly.
Thank you. Yeah, I do think that maybe the tree isn't like as big physically, but like the presence of the tree definitely feels that big, because in the autumn, you know, it's always beautiful colors because it's a maple tree, I think.
I would also think it's the most sketch tree because all of the arts classes there, you have to do some sketching, and it's loved by the art students for sure. And I must say props to you to getting it close to finished due to your, of course, technical fail.
Oh yeah, I had a crash at some point, so I lost like 30 minutes of work. It's fine.
Yeah, which is a lot of time in this game and in this build off. So, do we score or do we leave?
Yeah, please. Yeah, sure.
Yeah. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1. I've given it a 4 due to it, well, resembling it quite well in certain angles. I would have loved to see my favorite floor, the third floor, with the sun coming through that beautiful sculpture room. So that's, for me, a little bit of a miss. But with the time that you have, it is still incredibly impressive. So.
That sculpture room would have been great, yeah.
I gave a 3 for the greenery because, I mean, it looks good and it's how the place looks in real life, more or less, but there's not much creativity to it or really expanding on the use of nature in any way. Like I was hoping to see something like that from the Smoky renovation submission, which also lacked some creativity regarding the nature, and so I'm scoring this one similarly.
Thank you. Yeah, I think the plants lost to the actual terrain shapes.
Okay. Is that the end of the submissions, or are we still? No. No, that was
Please do.
That's just random lore and me having fun with some historic facts of Sims. I mean, we
We'd
can show
love
it
to hear
that
them.
I can tell some lore, but no need to judge it because it's ugly. Sorry, American-ish, like using the Sims build basic things, which are very American.
America.
Yes. How do?
America has been mentioned.
Let's see if there's. have guys, and then they built.
Sims fact. You can scroll down in the objects menu, and there's more objects in there. On the left side, there's filters.
Ah.
Does Imre want to show off his?
I can show mine maybe. Here, I'll show mine. I'll go show mine. I'll leave you the microphone.
Or should we show
Okay.
Imre's now, and then yours can be the grand. Wait, I want to check if was there anything else. Probably.
Oh no, I'm alone. Yeah, I can talk about the Sims gamer to architect pipeline. So I'm class of 2019 and I'm already graduated from Aalto, but when I started, you know, I had a lot of classmates and we all kind of bonded over playing The Sims because it is kind of a fun pipeline to it's accessible. It's an accessible way to designing buildings of all sorts, and I do think it has like a connection to becoming interested in architecture. So if you want to learn about architecture, I think starting fun is the best way. So I do recommend The Sims, even though it does have its flaws, a lot of them.
I think also as a design student, like talking about The Sims, I was always embarrassed with something that you can't know that I'm playing basically doll houses all day, every day after school. But then I went to a design school and it was the first question was Sims or Minecraft? What's your pick your poison? And I think that honestly, to this day, designers and architects, we know it's. I mean, of course, there's the early SketchUppers and all of this, but I think, yeah, it really creates some love and a wonderful game.
This is my Sims build. Today was my first time playing The Sims. And so I tried my best to make a little house here involving nature in some way. We've got a little pond on the roof, some vegetation, some rocks. I tried to like make the feeling like the house isn't there, it's just like the terrain on top of it. And then I don't know how to like do the camera controls on this because I know different camera controls, but like I have a little garage door here, like a little front door, and there's like the things and stuff. There's windows on the house, very high effort here. One thing I did not know how to do was make an interior, and so I didn't. I think that's for advanced Sims players. I had issues with like the leaves going through the walls. If anyone knows how to fix that,
There is no fix.
there's no fix.
Just
okay,
cry.
Great, but like it gets pretty bad in some places. So yeah, I think it's really stupid that you have to put stairs, by the way, to have 2 floors. That's dumb. And then they took me forever to figure out how to make an overhang. This like overhang, this sucked. And yeah, house plants. Pretty proud of this one.
Well done. Yeah. Just looks really wonderful. I like the grass roofs. That was a really nice addition. Looks like someone who likes plants made a building. So, well done. Do you want us to score, or do we just?
I don't think we need to score this one considering it doesn't have an interior.
I can say some comments.
Is it architecturally sound?
Yeah, you know, you kind of see this type of terrace house buildings these days where you... can we see the building again? Sorry. What I mean by terrace is when you have a building that has 2 floors and the second floor is kind of smaller than the first floor, resulting in this place that you kind of have a terrace going around. And you know, whether you can go on the terrace or not is like a separate thing. But for example, in Jätkäsaari, Helsinki, like we have these terrace style buildings, like residential buildings already built. Although this amount of greenery on the roof can be quite challenging, but it is, you know, an eco ideal. And I do like the pool on the floor. It's ceiling. I mean, it's very American. And I like the overhangs. It's it has a lot of like area, and it fits well with the surrounding nature kind of not having a high profile, just really down to earth. And yeah, it's kind of minimal, but also not at the same time.
Yeah, I think the minimalism was less of a design choice and more of a necessity. It took me almost an hour in to figure out you could rotate things without rotating the camera, and so from there I kind of went crazy with the rocks and so on. But before then, where you have to turn the camera 90 degrees to put lamps down, like on the roof, those lamps next to the pool, that fully took me 10 minutes because I didn't know how to rotate them. It was really painful. Yeah, do you have a question?
We have a question.
Is this like a residential build or some kind of
Yeah,
communal?
it's planned to be like a residential build. It's like it's like a mansion kind of deal.
Yeah.
Like there's a garage on the right side for my very real Ferrari that I will own one day.
Mm-hmm.
And then like the ground floor where I can have more plants inside. There's like a little swimming pool outside as well that you can actually swim in. Because the roof pool is supposed to just be like a little pond with water in it because it looks nice. But there's like a little small one on the left where you can swim. I think it's like doable as a residential building, just not very detailed yet. I might work on this later though.
Definitely has like an American vibe to it, I think.
Thank you. So shall we score? Do you wish to be scored?
I mean, you can score me if you want to.
It just me? Okay. My solo scoring is I'll give it a 5.
Aw, how nice of you.
I do like it. You know, you see those kind of mansions in real life a lot. Maybe not in Finland, but definitely around the world. And I think you captured it, even perhaps, you know, accidentally. But yeah, I like it. And it was structurally sound. Nothing, all the overhangs were supported. And, you know, the interior is actually not of my biggest interest. So that was probably in your favor this time. So yeah, I even in The Sims, like when I play alone, I like to make the exterior cool, and then I kind of don't have energy for the inside. But yeah, thank you.
Very impressive for your first build.
Yeah, impressive for your
Very
first build
heartwarming
ever.
experience playing Sims.
By the way, the audience vote is now ongoing. So if the audience wants to vote for any of the builds, there's a form in the Twitch chat. So go vote. And I think you'll have like 6 minutes to vote until we've looked at the next build, and then I'll calculate the scores. So go vote fast.
Thank you. But I guess in the meanwhile, we still have one more project to look at.
Okay. Yeah, so I wanted to show off some history of my favorite game ever, even though my issues with it at the current time. So yeah, I just made a quick museum using some of my favorite things, which is round walls and anything round, which always makes the game break down. But yeah, let's give it a look. So we have a entrance where, oh, okay, some stuff was already deleted, I think. Oh, yeah, here, okay, I guess, because some stuff is not installed here. If you didn't have Sims 3, you will not be able to see, because here there should be a lot of plumb bobs, but yes. Yeah, and also I think, yeah, there's a couple of special edition gnomes missing. So yeah, if you don't know, The Sims loves it gnomes. They will also come haunt you. They haunt Sims, especially this Grim Reaper here. Looks always a little evil. If you have The Sims 4 seasons during a very American holiday called I know this name.
It's called
It-
Halloween.
No, no, it's
Halloween?
worse. It's the one where they. Yes, that one. Thanksgiving. Thank you. During the Sims version of Thanksgiving called the Harvest Fest, the Sims, these gnomes will come haunt you, and you have to give them offerings. And if they don't like it, they will break stuff around your house. Fun. Very fun. Over here we have a little fun one from the Positivity Challenge. They are weird, very fun little creatures that come out. Then, we have a lot of My Sims. These have a lot of story. You can play the My Sims finally because they re-send it out. And if you have Apple Play Store or Apple Arcade, I think it's called, you can actually play this now. I think you can play it even on the Switch. So yeah, they revamped it and I'm very happy about it because all of these characters are really dear to my heart. And some of them, like this one, are actually in The Sims 4. They remade them. And we have a little baby Yoda as well, which is from the Gnome collection. When they bring out gnomes for all kinds of... They used to do it for every update. They don't do that anymore. It's kind of sad. So every time there was a cool update, they would, for example, when Ghosts first came, or finally swimming pools was it in the first game when it first came out. So then they added a little gnome or an alien gnome. It's very fun. Sad that they stopped doing that. Yeah, and this is our tragic clown painting. Has a lot of history already in The Sims 2. You could be haunted by it. We get some Andy Warhol llama. If you don't know, oh yeah, there's also a lot of freezer bunnies right now missing. So a lot of these empty ones are from, they are base game, but they are, collectible items. So yeah, llamas are a very important thing for The Sims. A lot of history with that. I don't know what it truly is. It's mostly just a joke. It means that something isn't working, then it's llama. So code llama, for example, would mean something is broken. For example, this is a trophy you can only get by cheating. So it's the cheater trophy. It's the flying llama statue, which is a little bit see-through, translucent, which is pretty cool. And yeah, we got Bob Pancakes here. And yeah, I spend a little bit of my leftover time on the upstairs area where we have a little sanctuary for my love, the cow plant, which, by the way, is called Lil Simsy after the biggest Sim streamer to ever exist. And probably one of the best people ever because she's raised a lot of money for hospitals. She's very cool. Check her out. She's very cool. And she's no longer supporting EA. Which is cool as well, especially very big to do because, yeah, having the cow plant named Lil Simsy, it's important. Historic moment for her. That's it. I don't know if we're ready, otherwise I can talk for longer, but if you're ready to get to vote, or to count the votes. Are we there yet? Not yet? Okay. Then I think we can talk a bit more about some fun facts. Let me see if I have any other Easter eggs in here. Otherwise, what I can also do is show you that Kahoot. I don't know if I can get that working. I can show you the dirt house. Oh, we have another thing. Dirt house? You wanna? Oh, it's not in the gallery? No. Okay.
Yeah. Sure. And I'll say that voting for the audience, or you'll have 1 more minute to vote for audience, and then I'll close the vote. Okay, and we'll look at one more funny house.
Shall we comment?
Oh,
Please don't.
This is
Okay.
not made for beauty or anything like that. This was just, I wanted to see what I could do. And the shape is just, I don't know. I vibe with the shape, with the round, and that's where it came from. Nothing interesting. So, no need.
Yeah, but I actually always wondered what the what are the My Sims trophies and why do I need to collect them and what are they? Like it kind of like irked me when I was playing the game, and also like the gnomes and the llamas. I was always like, what is this? You know? So it's cool to know that someone knows the history.
It's a game with a lot of lore and a lot of history. I think originally, The Sims had a lot of heart to it, which I think is what makes it so good of a game. It really, it used to, like its players and really show like, hey, I remember that we used to do this thing. Or if you really like grilled cheese sandwiches, we will make a mountain of them. And actually now it's an aspiration, a secret one. There's a lot of history and love in the game. And yeah, with the My Sims, they're so cute, and it's just such a childhood game, and nice that they like use it in there. And actually, the Sim City was first before they had the Sims. That was just, so you're not a faker in that. It's Sim City is also wonderful, and the game itself is being made here in Finland. The phone game version of it, Sim City. That's pretty interesting. They came to speaking class.
Jotain näitä.
Sounds like we have our next presentation coming up soon.
Am I
No,
on?
we cannot see it yet.
Oh yeah, no, we can.
We can see it.
This is it.
I'm very slow. I was spaced out. My apologies. Please present your wonderful creation here.
Okay. So my creation is the iconic, very classic Minecraft dirt house, recreated using Sims 4. We've got the very classic flat roof with, I don't know about you guys, but I like to make my dirt houses kind of fancy. So instead of a torch, we have a lantern and 2 flowers. Inside, of course, we have the essential furnace, crafting bench, and a chest, and a cozy little corner with a bed. Seems like I ran out of cobblestone there, but that's fine. Then outside, we have the very, very efficient wood farm with oak and spruce, the 2 best trees in Minecraft. And of course, I've misclicked with some bone meal, and some grass has grown around. Yeah, I think that's about it. I think it's very classic. There's also a lantern on the inside, as you can see. It's very classic, I think. Yeah.
Wow. You know, I really like the idea of recreating a house from another game in The Sims 4.
Yeah, it's a very authentic piece. Are mobs able to spawn on the roof of the dirt house? You lit up the outside of the front door and the inside, but it appears you could get a zombie spawning on the roof here and there, maybe?
Oh, well, I mean, even if they spawn, they can't get in. So what's
This is
the problem?
true. You know, you walk out the front door in the morning and a zombie lands on your head, that could be bad. Then again, you aren't entering for the apocalyptic category, so...
Yeah, I really like how you kind of thought about the way that you would build a Minecraft house, like a lantern instead of a torch, like kind of fancy. And, you know, on the inside, you know, the furniture in The Sims that makes 0 sense because it's a wardrobe, chest, and a counter and not a workbench. But, you know, if you play Minecraft, then you see this and it makes like perfect sense. And I think like across game creativity is really fun, and especially because Sims 4 is such an old game, and you know we've already seen so many cool builds. It's kind of like nice to reminisce of another game.
Yeah, I was never a big dirt house builder. I was always kind of like the dig into the side of the mountain enjoyer, but I can relate to seeing some dirt houses here and there in my life, and this reminds me well enough that I can recognize it. So great job on your submission.
Yeah, and the wood farm is kind of funny.
Thanks.
All right, so I guess it's time for scoring. Do you want to get a chance to comment?
Great creativity. I hear there's some lore behind this situation that I do not understand, so therefore I do not feel like I can honestly comment. I think there's a lot more feeling about it than actual product. But that's that. Three, two, one. No woohoo has been used.
So I actually just wanted to do the 2 because I just wanted to use this card for once. Yeah, architecturally, dirt house probably wouldn't last, but I appreciate the creativity, but I believe the other judges will give you points for the creativity, but I enjoyed it.
Yeah, I just gave points for lore, so that's that. That's where you get the 3. No toilet, no, a lot of other things missing, I think. So yeah, there's that.
I don't know if the wood farm is good or bad for the environment. Like, you have trees, but they exist only to be killed on your property, so some dubious matter there. But it is a dirt house, and that's pretty sustainable, so I have to give it a 3 at the very least. No concrete or bricks.
And actually, I do want to add that this is probably the only house, or maybe the second house, that kind of was in the surprise me category. So we got a lot of apocalyptic and sustainable, and student, but we also had a category to surprise me. And in my opinion, this build kind of doesn't go into maybe any of the first 3 ones, maybe the apocalypse, but I think it was definitely more of a surprise, this one.
Absolutely, yeah. A big surprise indeed. I think, yeah, it's fun to see. And lovely to see the Minecraft Sims overlap because, there's a love there. There's a history. Okay. Yeah. I think soon we'll be giving away the by you beautifully in your bedroom created trophy. So who will get that is the question that we all are wondering. I feel like a Eurovision host right now.
We have gotten secret data
Yes.
on the computer.
Okay, yes.
All right, I think the green one is the winner.
Yes, but I'm now wondering, do we say number 2, number 3, or do we go just winner?
You can decide.
Well, yeah, we do have a second and a third place.
Third place
Third
is
place is
a
shared.
tie.
Yeah.
So we wanna give some little light to that. For the on the number 3 bronze medal, we have first up Julia's Sustainable House with Attic and
Petra Sandy Apocalypse House. Woohoo! So that's a shared third place with 13 points.
with a lot of audience votes right there. Wait, no, wait. I don't think it's shared because the audience vote is not counted in this. Okay.
Yeah,
right,
audience
math.
vote is 25%.
I don't do math. So
Yeah.
which one is that? Okay, yeah.
Yeah, so congrats on the shared third place. In the second place is...
Do you want to...
It's the Pink House by Kai, the first one we saw at the beginning. Congratulations.
And then, at first place is... Do you want to say it all together? 3, 2, 1...
Yuska Apocalypse Hideout.
The
shed one.
Very well done. Congratulations. I'm not 100% sure about the prizes, but maybe someone can highlight that a bit more. Very well done. You will be getting
Trophy.
a wonderful trophy. And well done. And 25 bucks.
25 real life euros.
To do with whatever you please. So
Sims
well
DLC.
done.
So this trophy, which you will receive, actually has some text on it. It says, Alta Gamers Sims Build Off Winner, embedded in the trophy. And the 25 grand bucks have been sponsored by our sponsor Granlund. So thank you to our sponsor. And congrats to the winners. They sponsored more than 25.
Thank you all so much for watching, for playing, and for showing love to a game with a lot of history.
Thank you for all the builds, and everyone that built today spent 2+ hours building something that they really saw and visualized and created in their head. And I think that creativity is always special, and I hope you stay interested in The Sims and architecture.
Yeah, thank you for playing The Sims and watching. Have a great day.
And join Alta Gamers if you haven't already. We have a lot of similar-minded gamers who like The Sims, and we play a lot of other games in forms of large tournaments such as League of Legends Finnish Student Championships, as well as smaller events like board game nights. We played multiple different kinds of games recently, and we like to try more, and we have a very active chat which you can join when you come to our events, and all our events are on our website and our Telegram lobby. So
discord.gg/altogamers. We paid 50 euros a month for this URL. Please join the Discord.
Thank you for watching on Twitch as well, and we hope to see you live at some point. And yeah, thank you so much.